You've probably seen the video, the previous video from me changing the radiator and dealing with my cooling problem. Well, as of today, I don't have a problem with cooling this car. I own this car for 5 years now, and I had a problem with sufficiently cooling the car. So what I did to the car is, to find out what the problem is, I did a lot of stuff. I installed this fan, electric fan from the Land Cruiser 100 that's supposed to force the air. That didn't help. I changed the radiator from original one to the actual brass. I have it in a garage. That even made it worse, so I put it back aluminum, pure aluminum. I flashed the fluid a bunch of times. If you notice, I see you have an air supercharger that's add up a little bit to heating, but that wasn't a problem. So I did all kind of things to figure out why this car was overheating. I wouldn't say overheating, only was overheating when it's a summertime, like 100 degrees and plus. You drive in traffic and go and go, and then you can see it starts hitting 100 degrees Celsius and even more, and then you know it's not supposed to be like that. It's overheating. So I even went to the extent to change the head gasket. I was thinking it was leaking, so I did change the head gasket on a engine, and that didn't help either. So I was completely like blown out. You know, what's going on? Well, I had a brother that's been working with the ACs, and I opened a hood one time and he looked at my, as a matter of fact, I changed the shroud and I did modification on the blue clutch, you know, adding more silicone, more thicker silicone, and that didn't help. Until my brothers noticed something really interesting, and I would never think of that in a million years. Do you see how the shroud and the actual fan, the fan sticks out of the shroud like this way? Well, my fan that comes with the TRD supercharger was flush with the shroud. It had a spacer right there and it was completely like flush with the shroud. My brother said no, fan needs to have a 50% out, 50% in. And I was like, whatever, you know, it's spinning and it's blowing and shouldn't be any difference. But I went and started doing research, and you probably noticed I have a orange clutch fan. Some people make them, and they has no spacer like it comes with a supercharger, but they're a little bit longer than a blue, so they just fit right there. And you can see how my fan right now, not 50% but 30% sticks out. The fins sticks out 30%, right? And this is my original fan. As a matter of fact, this is not the one that comes with the superchargers with the rim around. It's like, whatever, I'm gonna do this modification, spend 400 bucks for this fan clutch, and I actually install it, and I tell you, what a difference. I mean, like a day and night. My car never overheats anymore, never hits 100 degrees with I could be riding outside, could be 100, 105 here where I live in Idaho, and I'm running AC and I have no problem at all. I believe it needs to be a little bit more, like 50% sticks out of the shroud, but that's the maximum they can push it, because there is a supercharger belt and everything else. Fan will be rubbing and hitting it. But at this point, I'm really satisfied. Only one problem is, for some reason, I have a defected clutch, maybe just as manufacturing, so I'm working with the guy to replace it. It's a little bit, it's have a move, it's moving. If I do like this, it has a wobble. So I believe it's manufacturing defect, but we'll figure out, we'll get another one. Anyways, so with all this, what I put to this car and trying to figure out my cooling problem was a shroud and a fan. Unbelievable. So when you're struggling with this thing and trying to do what I did, bolting extra, This electric fan, you think it helps? Nah, it's not gonna help you. It's not gonna help you at all. This is the only thing that will help you. Another thing, maybe what I think I'm gonna do is, even to make it more efficient, I'm gonna have a scoop right there, right above the supercharger. And then I'm gonna have a scoop, so the ambient temperature of the engine when it actually drives to escape. So most of the heat gases escape through here, through the bottom where this manifold goes, and manifold is hot itself. I probably need to wrap it too. But yeah, just want to tell you guys, something basic like that makes a huge difference. Thanks for watching. Bye.